viewers across the continents of the world, in Africa, in Asia, in America, waking up, in Canada, South America, in Europe, Russia, China, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good afternoon on the continent of Africa. Most of you have woken up already. Some are clicking afternoon. Some have just passed a few minutes past afternoon. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching our programs. Today is a great day for me. That today is a day that I look at Africa as my continent. I look at Africa and I weep. One thing that interests me about Africa is people have seemed to be forgetting already about the elections of Nigeria. Nigeria has been on the tips of newspapers. That's how we forget quickly and forget Africa. Now you look at Africa and you don't know what happened in Nigeria with elections. One thing that still keeps me very worried about Africa is the voter turnout. 68 million people failed to turn up. 68 million people did not vote. 60 million people paid taxes and they did not come up to vote. 68 million people don't know their leaders. They did not vote for their leaders. What does this tell you? Doesn't Africa need a transformation of political, social, economic systems that we have, such that people value what an election is, such that people can know that election is one of the most emotive, one of the best tools of gauging whether the governments work well, whether there is democracy building, yes or no. Oh, Africa. Oh, Africa. This morning, I was reading my Bible. Today, I did not go to my Lady Mary Church in Surrey. Neither did I do it when I'm traveling across the continent of Africa. I usually pray with them via video. The provost, we have installed a video because I am an assistant warden of Lady Mary Church in Surrey, in the United Kingdom, down here where I live. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very, very important that we remember Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. Paul said, Paul was told by God, by Jesus, say, go ye. Just as the letter of Paul to the Philippians. He said, my brothers, be careful. There is something that is very strange to you people, Christians of Philippi. What is going on? For more than 20 years, 10, 15 years, I've been preaching redemption strategy on African continent. But the people don't listen to me because I'm a black professor, a black doctor who tried to read, who read his books, and even beat the Bazungu in their exercise. Yes, yes, yes. And I've been saying this for a long time. But people don't understand me. They think I tell them lies. I've been telling you that Africa can only grow when Africa has got a redemption strategy. You can go to Angel Gabriel. You can pray for 1 million days, 1 million years. But once you don't have a redemption strategy, if you don't have a redemption strategy in your heart, yea, God, let me preach tonight, this Sunday. Let me preach this Sunday. My Africa. I came from a background of a conflict. I came from a background of a conflict to reach United Kingdom. Where I am, it's because of a conflict that was in my country. And therefore, when I preach, when I talk better than a pastor. You better listen to me. Because ye, brothers, we are going wrong. We don't have the hearts of reconciliation. We don't have the hearts of restitution. We don't have the hearts of accountability. We don't have the hearts of remorsefulness. We don't have the hearts of forgiveness. We don't have the hearts of reparations. We don't have the healing hearts. Oh ye, Africa today, I speak from my notes. Even if you walk me down from the grave, going down to the grave, I'll tell you until you do a redemption strategy. This man from the mountains of Elgon, you remember him. You remember me. You remember my voice that I told you. That I told you that it is on a redemption strategy. And on a redemption strategy, whether you which country, whether you are what, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are wherever you are. If you don't have a redemption strategy, go and ask God for forgiveness. Because you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time if you don't have redemption strategy, accountability, reconciliation, forgiveness. If you don't have those, remorsefulness, to say sorry. I am sorry. I kidnapped children to make them soldiers, but I'm sorry. I introduced that strategy, Dr. Masanga. It worked in our country, Uganda. I want to take this opportunity to thank President Museveni, to thank all the people, President Chisano, Dr. Riek Machar, Dr. Rugunda, my delegation, the peace negotiating delegation, the UN, the EU, the African Union, the East African Community, the IGAD, that supported me, supported the peace process. And I created peace for those who are doubting Thomases, who don't know. Know it today. Know it today. Because I created peace. I created peace. There will be no gun anymore. A redemption strategy is what is killing Africa. A strategy of paying back is killing Africa. My country, Uganda, for 23 years was massacring each other. President Museveni is watching me. I've tagged you. If you think there is anything wrong, I'm speaking here. God help you and help me today. Because all of us will go before God. There's nothing more than that. All of us. Whether you go fast or I go fast, Your Excellency, you did a great job. I want to thank you for accepting peace as the only alternative to the ending of the Northern Uganda peace war conflict. The commanders of the LRA who had been indicted by the International Criminal Court could not come on table. Mr. President, you put your commitment on the paper and the letter which you signed, and everybody, the world, the Commonwealth, the Prime Minister of Britain by then, the Prime Minister who replaced Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, my friend, authorized us, some of us who have stayed in Britain for a long time, to attend, to take part, and make sure that the peace process is successful. I want to thank you for the first time in your history. You sat down, you negotiated, you allowed peace, you have peace in northern Uganda. Thank you very much, God. Thank you very much, God. Thank you very much, God, that peace is holding. 14 years passed to 15 years passed, the peace is holding. I signed the documents. So when I talk about peace in the region, don't underrate me. Don't. If you don't know anything about peace, shut up. Because peace is the most important tenet of life.